Hi, I am Natasha Ryan with Premier Risk Solutions, and joining me today, I have our CEO and founder, Michael Delamere. Hi, Mike. How's it going?
Good, Natasha. How are you today?
I am well, thank you. The reason I have brought Mike on board is we want to talk just briefly about client relationships today, and how very important they are, not only to PRS, but in any successful business, right? Including the private security sector. So, Mike, I just kind of want to talk to you about, first off, let's talk about how you build that relationship, how important it is to service it like any relationship in life and stay connected.
Sure. Well, at first it begins with understanding who they are. What makes them tick, what's important to them, what keeps them awake at night. Just having that deeper understanding of what they would appreciate the most assistance with, because you can't be all things to everybody all the time. So you got to be able to hit that sweet spot, whatever it is. And everybody's different. Every company is different and unique. And what I try to do as well is understand what their personal interests are. And a lot of times they're aligned with what my personal interests are, and it gives us something additionally to talk about and grow our relationship with.
And obviously you want to provide, a good service. And, one thing that you've always taught me that I hold steadfast to is don't overpromise, right? Like make sure you understand the client's needs. And if we can deliver it, we'll service it to the best of our ability. How important is that when setting that foundation of the relationship to be completely transparent?
Yeah, under promise and over deliver is kind of the mantra I like to live by. And under promise doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to give you the lowest common denominator. It just means that I want to be realistic on what the scope of work and the objectives of completion and deliverables can actually be. Good example, we have a customer that reached out to us. We'll talk about Brad from Juniper. He's a good example. We've got this recent article that's come out, and we are married within the article, thanks to Brad and his graciousness, including us in it. And I've known Brad for at least 12 years now, maybe as much as 14. I'm getting old, but it's been a great ride with him. And over the years, he'll call me and say, "Hey, my CEO is going over to Egypt, and it might be a week's notice, but working over international time zones can be a challenge with just communication more than anything else, and being able to gravitate to the details. And the devil in these jobs is always in the details."
Yep.
Being able to put those yellow M&Ms that they like in the back seat of the vehicle or in the green room, and getting the special brand of water that they like to make their day that much better. The light touches, the soft touches, if you will, that separate the common person from the exceptional person, and just understanding what those are through the course of conversation and what those details might be. The more detail oriented that you tend to be, the more successful the operation is going to be. You want to be an extension of your customer. And in the Juniper example, I know Brad does rely upon me to make him look good. And so our company and our brand and our reputation is on the line every single day that we're engaged in an operation. And you're only as successful as your last engagement. So that's how I look at things.
And, you build trust by providing, good service to any customer in any business. But sometimes I feel like the trust is also built when things maybe don't go as planned and you're able to navigate that together. Can you talk to that?
Sure. So sometimes there's a challenge. Every operation's different. Every operation's unique. And just saying, hey, this person didn't show up at the time that you requested them to be there for this reason, whatever that reason might be. Be open, be honest. You don't have to sugarcoat it or anything like that. People will generally see through that when you do. It's just the right way to do business. It's the right way to be. You get more flies with honey, as they say, right? Just own up to it, be accountable to your mistakes, and people will appreciate that. At the same time, you need to tell them how you're going to fix it and remedy it and have that solution available to them.
Sure.
But that is, in my opinion, what is also going to separate you from some other folks that will maybe try to not sweep it under the rug necessarily, but give a different excuse that perhaps might be a little bit more pliable and palatable to the customer.
And then what about maintaining those relationships even when there's no present engagement? Like how often do you water the flowers?
Yeah, I like to see people at least twice a year in person, even if we don't have an ongoing engagement with them. And just touch base over usually a meal. I like to break bread with people. And, that certainly through the COVID times when offices are closed is kind of your only option. Yeah, yeah. But we started doing that again back in April this year after vaccination was had. And it's been great to re-engage with folks again and learn about how they've kind of navigated those waters themselves as well, and where they see things moving forward as we come out of that scenario here. Some places are already kind of operating, and some others have yet to come out with, return to office of staff, and just that general outlook, on where they are, and just understanding again from a more personal level what's important to them at this time, because it evolves, it changes.
Sure.
COVID's a good example of, a dynamic, evolving situation that changes, how you do business and what's important to you. So just spending time with them to water the flowers, as you say, with where they are, what's, keeping them awake at night, what the challenges are, and, maybe how we can address that. It sometimes leads to innovation for me and thought process. And, I want to be the person that can be that trusted advisor, as you said, to come up with those solutions.
All relationships evolve, and it is amazing what breaking bread does. Just sharing good food seems to be the winning component in any relationship, in my opinion. Maybe
everybody's going to eat.
It's the way to the heart.
Yeah, everybody has to eat.
All right, Mike, that's all I got for you. I just wanted to touch base on client relationships, kind of couple that with this article that I'm going to link. I hope you'll all read it, give it a like, and remember to come back to premierrisksolutions.com for more videos just like this one. Thanks, everyone, and thanks, Mike.
You're welcome. Have a good one.